Hello, comrades, this is General Luigi, and welcome to Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. So, welcome to the first grinding episode. I'm going to show you part of Mount Battle, and I've arranged a new team for this particular challenge since, well, when we start out, there aren't any tough opponents. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Welcome to Mount Battle! We want you and your Pokémon to go all out on training here. Let's begin! Alright, and unlike our earlier assault on Mount Battle, this time around, our Pokémon are healed between each battle. Not that they would really need healing against this guy. So yeah, as you work your way up the mountain, the opponents will get tougher and tougher. Right now, I could easily crush these guys. In fact, I'm gonna do just that, as you will soon see. Espeon will take out Tailo in one hit. And Shadow Rush probably won't be enough to finish off Hoot Hoot. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we wound up with Hyper Mode. Yep! Can I call him or can I call him? Okay, no, I can't really. Ah, well, I'm not complaining. Hyper Mode is a good opportunity to bring down that Shadow Meter. Heart Meter, Heart Gauge, whatever it's called, I forget. So, decent source of training for Espeon. And it's also a good opportunity to purify my Shadow Pokémon. So, it's pretty useful. Even outside of leveling up. Anyway. My hat's off to you, but the road ahead is long and arduous. Put all your effort into it. That's exactly what I intend to do. Yes, advance to the next zone. Alright, so we're just going to tear right through these guys, but I'm still going to show you everything because, well, again, it's a grinding episode, and that's my policy with the grinding episodes. No cutting except for healing and stuff like that. And, oh dear, my throat is starting to get sore. I've barely started yapping, and already my throat's giving me problems. This bodes ill. Well, you know the drill. Confusion on one of them, Shadow Rush on the other. I believe I just saw the tail of our newest feline resident. Now I see her ears. Okay, Remoraid's actually doing some damage. Ooh, nice. Even took out Hoppip. Yeah, our newest resident mostly. Luna, are you sharpening your claws on a towel? Don't believe I've ever seen her do that. I thought she only did that on doors. She can be pretty annoying when it comes to getting inside one's room. I tend to keep the door shut when I'm trying to sleep. For something so small, a cat can take up quite a bit of space on one's bed. And, well, when Luna wants into my room, she will scratch at the door for some time before finally getting the hint. Really annoying. But I still love her. Then again, she's a cat. Of course I love her. Alright, we'll use Confusion on Electrike. Lock on. That's an interesting move. I'll demonstrate it. Well, I'll hopefully demonstrate it at some point. We'll have to see if there's ever something that Lock on would be good for. Lock on basically guarantees the next move hits. I'd have to check on whether it bypasses Protect or Detect. But suppose the target goes underground before your next move. Move will still hit. Suppose you're using a very inaccurate move. It'll still hit. Always. Excuse me. Okay. Espeon, another confusion. Remoraid, snap out of it. I'm gonna check if my tea has cooled off. Still feels kinda hot, but my throat's bothering me. Yeah, it's still too hot. I really need to get into the habit of drinking tea more often. Certainly a better source of caffeine, and a healthier source of caffeine than soda. Alright, so that's 3 down, 7 to go. Alright. Azurill and Centret, not a problem. Every area, basically the 10th trainer in every area, is what's known as an area leader. And their Pokemon tend to be slightly tougher, but still generally a representation of the area in general. Alright, anyway, Confusion, Shadow Rush. Let's end this quickly. Love how Remoraid just floats there, sort of like a dead goldfish. Yeah, I remember when my family was into fish. Well, more so me and my sisters. I got a couple of goldfish as a prize for some game at the county fair. Died within a few days. Again, that's what goldfish do best in my experience. Can feed them properly and everything. My apologies, ma'am. For a while, I'm pretty sure I can sustain the drive. Once we start getting up to level 30 opponents... I think I've already mentioned this, but I really like Vulpix. Always hate having to face one. Then again, part of that's because I'm rather fond of foxes. I would love to see one in the wild someday. Never had that luck yet, though. I have, however, seen foxes in captivity. I remember one time at SeaWorld that they had an Arctic fox on exhibit. For a bit, he was taken out of his exhibit to be approached by guests. I had the distinct pleasure of petting him. Arctic fox in his winter coat. Very nice fur. Whoops, right. Let me choose a different one then. Return. Right, Remoraid, snap out of it. Let's check on my tea now. Still a bit too hot. Another groove? Okay. Interesting word choice there. Anyway, Mount Battle is pretty much going to be my primary source of grinding up to certain points. In fact, you're kidding. You're giving me a Magikarp to face. Well, let's knock it out. I forget. Yeah, Magikarp learns Tackle at level 15, right? I'll have to check on that. Great, Hyper Mode. Magikarp's signature move, everyone. Doesn't do a thing. Might be of some use in contests, but that's all. Yet, veterans of the Pokémon series know that Magikarp will not remain a wimp forever. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we got to see Magikarp's evolved form at some point. Alright. Looks can be deceiving, comrade. Don't believe we've seen this trainer class before. Teacher. Alright, Poochyena and Swinub. Really not going to be an issue. Then again, none of the Pokemon on this area tend to be an issue. Heck, even Remoraid's kicking butt. When she doesn't go into Hyper Mode, that is. Alright, Confusion, Shadow Rush. Right. For some reason I thought Poochyena was pure normal and only got the Dark type when it evolved. Well, I'll have to make sure to adjust for that. Didn't realize Poochyena was part Dark. Really should have known that. Well, Return. Shadow Rush. Oh, Endure. That will ensure that Swinub will survive the next attack. Survive. Withstand. Of course they survive. I mean, I'm not doing a Nuzlocke run here. Basically, it guarantees that the Pokemon he'll always have at least one hit point remaining. I think it might even ignore one-hit KO moves, which we have yet to see. At least I think we have yet to see them. Ah, well. However, since that was on the last turn, Swinub didn't have a chance to withstand that one. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Why am I belching now? I've barely even started on my tea. Yes, I go on a walk every day. Not exactly intense, but it serves its purpose. Truth be told, I've never really cared for appearances when it comes to working out. Just as long as I'm healthy. Well, okay, I suppose that's not entirely true. I'd rather not be a veritable sumo wrestler, for example. But there's a lot of room to maneuver. Let's check on the tea. All that said, health holds priority over her appearance in my book. Okay, Whooper withstood the attack. Then again, Remoraid is kind of low level. When is Espeon gonna learn Psybeam? I know he eventually gets to learn it as well. Okay, another Psybeam. Not that she's gonna get a chance to use it. Alright, so let's put our tea down before I have to move. That's one nice thing about how turn-based battles. You can play one-handed. Have the other hand on a cup. On a cup. Or on other things like food. Hi, Luna. Are you coming downstairs? Alright. Oh, finally a level 20 opponent. Still a child's play to take out, however. Alright. Espeon, use Return on Ralts. Remoraid, Shadow Rush. Alright, that takes care of Ralts. And Shadow Rush probably won't be enough to take out Duskull, and I was right. Well, close to the same level, so it's understandable. Right, Astonish. That can cause flinching. But not this time around. Alright. And that's the end of that battle. Now it's just the area leader, whom you might recall. Hi, Luna. Well, you're part of the way downstairs. Alright, finally, it is time to face Vander. And, truth be told, despite the prestigious title, area leaders generally aren't that much tougher than the rest of the trainers in the area. They'll probably have more Pokemon, though. I forget how many Vander has. Pretty sure it's more than 2. Okay, yeah, 5. So we'll get a nice long battle. Well, not that long, though! We're going to crush these guys. What time is it? How much time have I spent grinding? Not much at all. You're going to get a rather short grinding episode this time. Anyway, I might as well use this opportunity to explain how much grinding I am going to do. My current policy is that I grind up to 5 levels below the next area's boss. So I don't recall off the top of my head how tough the next boss's Pokemon are. I want to say the 40s at least. Right. Remoraid's in Hyper Mode. Yay, Luna's coming downstairs. Luna, you aren't about to chase Pumpkin, are you? I have a bad feeling about this. If you suddenly hear a lot of hissing and snarling, that is because Pumpkin is still not very fond of Luna. Would have expected to hear some of it by now. Oh dear. And Luna followed Pumpkin outside. Great. Don't kill each other, you two. Sorry about that distraction. Usually Luna stays inside. Ooh, Aurora Beam. Nice. Alright, and finally Jigglypuff. I remember a friend of mine back in the early days of Pokemon caught a Jigglypuff. He made the mistake of nicknaming it, so to avert the whole nickname business, he just nicknamed it Jigglypuff. That came back to bite him in the butt when it evolved into Wigglytuff. So, now he has a Wigglytuff named Jigglypuff. Alright, so who next? Let's send Swablu out. My memory is that, yeah. She's still got some heart gauge left to deplete. Well, she was on her way through that. Alright, Shadow Rush, Confusion. Hopefully we'll end it on this turn. Interesting note, Jigglypuff is known as the Balloon Pokémon. Alright. And that's the end of that battle. So yeah, you've pretty much just gotten to see me curb stomp 10 trainers in a row. But, that's what I promised with grinding. Yes, Poke Coupons, that's right. You can spend Poke Coupons on special items. And the higher the level, the more Poke Coupons you get. Alright, so I'm going to call that an episode. It's a convenient spot to stop. I will see you next time.